So they are now going to go to the appeal court, yeah? And then from appeal court, they are also going to go to Supreme Court, yeah? Anyway, Edo people. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them. May they kill you. Judiciary. Isaleko Barack Obama or Ajangbadi Albert Einstein, the former minister of darkness, potholes, and homelessness. And that is, Fashola Homes. I was talking about the role of the judiciary in stabilizing your democracy or otherwise. Remember, he's a lawyer too. They call him San, the senior advocate of New Sans. Yeah, listen.
My remaining 3 stories are short. And I will just share with you some of the things I shared at the annual conference of Okpebholo in Lagos last year. And when I shared them, people were surprised to hear them and the connection within our development. But they were the direct result of the handiwork of our colleagues. So the first one, the geometric power project in Aba. And I think my learned friend Okumbakaide might know some of the background history, because it was in the administration in which he served. Needless to say, the whole country was looking for power. The operation of the power was made in a court dispute. And that power project could not come on because it was in court. Luckily, the immediate vice president and I intervened, got the matter out, and I still saw a few days ago the letter of invitation by Mr. Naji, the day they commissioned the project, because he was grateful that at least we could extract the case from court and they could then deal with the commercial issues. Those who are familiar with the power sector of Nigeria will recall the 700 megawatt Zungeru hydropower plant in Niger State. The long and short of that story is that we went to China Exim Bank to borrow money to build a 700 megawatt power plant. Somewhere in between, in a very unclear relationship till today to me, one of our colleagues got involved and he was being owed his fees by some of the contracting parties here in Nigeria. He went to a high court here, got an injunction, sued China Exim Bank, the people lending us money, and injuncted them from releasing the project fund until his own fees were paid. And again, it was when I took office as Minister of Power that we resolved this dispute. And happily, the project was completed somewhere in the life of the last and this present administration. And I think a substantial amount of that 700 megawatt is part of what we benefit from. But I'm trying to connect dots between what we do, how the justice system responds, and the future and the quality of development that we experience as a people. The last experience is the Ikeja Mall, the ShopRite Mall. Those who are familiar with Lagos will know that mall near the Secretariat. So there was only one mall in Lagos, in Lekki. And we were trying to get the developer, when I was governor, to come and do another development in Lekki, in Ikeja. Lekki was runaway success story. But we felt that Ikeja also had his own appeal. The land on which that mall currently stands today used to be the warehouse of the Lagos State Judiciary for the bailiffs. That was where they kept goods. So we acquired that land from the Chief Judge in exchange for another one in Agege. All through that period, and all through the period when the construction was going on, there was no court case. On the morning when the mall was supposed to open, when people had been employed, goods had been put in the mall, and we were going to have the grand opening, I heard that there was a motion ex parte for injunction not to open the mall. But to the credit of the Lagos Judiciary, who understood our policy of private-public partnership and the risk to it, my Lord Justice Phillips then was Chief Judge. She stepped in quickly and said, there will be no injunction. I order. My remaining 3 stories are short. And I will just share with you some of the things I shared at the annual conference of Egbe Amofin Odua in Lagos last year. And when I shared them, people were surprised to hear them and the connection within our development.
Because I just want to have him say it, how they have used judiciary, right, to tie down the growth of Nigeria. Or I promise you guys that you see all the stories he said in that video, they are all lies. Just for the record, they are all lies. There was never a time, yeah, that in 4 years of Fashola, Omoli, right, as your Minister of Darkness for 4 years, he added, listen to me, he added 0. Can you even believe that? They call him Super Minister at the time. He added 0. That's why in that statement he just said, he said that it was when he became minister that they settled the case and they were able to go ahead and build the megawatts. Then he added, he said that it was completed under the past government and this current one, which means under Tinubu and under Buhari, the power project was completed. He won't tell you where, because it's a lie. For 4 years, that is Aleko Barack Obama, Ajangbadi, Albert Einstein added 0 megawatt to Nigeria electricity generation. And that is a fact. When these unfortunate criminals hijacked power in 2015, Nigeria was generating over 9,000 megawatts of electricity. Now, Google it. Google it right now and say, how much is Nigerian power sector? How much megawatt of electricity are they generating now? Do it. It's going to tell you their capacity. Then it's going to tell you what they are generating. Nigeria is now generating less than 6,000 megawatts of electricity. 6,000, something that was over 9,000 11 years ago. I mean, sorry, nearly 10 years ago. Today, after the 4 years, 700 megawatts of that mofo that he's talking about, right? But judiciary, of course, they can give injunction, they can give ex parte order. You know, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Onogen, was removed by an ex parte order. Ex parte order. You know what I mean? So that is the judiciary in that place, compromised and indeed very, very corrupt. And then Fashola is one of them. Don't get it twisted. Talking about the consequences again as well, right? Of bad leadership, corrupt, compromised, political office holders. So I saw a video of Nigerians in Lagos, by the way. They are protesting the darkness which band A that they were added to, where they pay more for darkness. That's what you have in Nigeria right now. People are paying more for darkness than for electricity. They are paying for a service that is available in the first world, right? You are paying the price of electricity that we enjoy in the first world countries in a third, fourth, or 10th world shithole in that contraption. Yet they still won't give you anything other than darkness. Like these guys protested in Lagos.
As you can see, this is Federal High Court, Ikoyi. People can no longer bear the crazy billing of brandy, the so-called brandy. You can see that people are filing case against PACN concerning brandy. The bill they are paying now is more than house rent. What they are billing people now is more than house rent, so people can no longer bear it. That's why they are filing case against them. You can see them this morning displaying their banner. They are having case against PACN this morning at the Federal High Court, Ikoyi. So that's what they are seeing. That's what you are seeing now this morning. Complaining that what they are billing them is more than the house rents. Like the way they are billing people now under the so-called bandi is more than what they can bear. And despite that, the light is not even at that constant. And even at that again, when there is problem with the transformer is faulty, there are the people repairing it, contributing money to repair it. You can see them. They are from, you can see the area. They are from Aguda, Koka, Orile, Ijeshatedo, Itire, and Itire community as a whole, standing up that they can no longer bear it. And also, this is a collective fight, not just for a particular community. It concerns the whole Nigeria as a whole, because this bandit, they are taking it too far. Their billing is becoming too high. It's becoming more than house rent. There's no doubt about it. The last one they brought, they are giving one house energy charge for 1 month, 2 million, 1.5 million, 700,000 just for 1 month, not accumulation though. So that's why they are protesting. That's why they are filing case against them. As you can see, this is Federal High Court, Ikoyi. People can no longer bear the crazy billing of brandy.
Crazy billing. That is the reality. Imagine your electricity bill is more than your rent. You know, they say, while I don't wear concussion with that. If you are looking for what it means that wahala wear concussion, it is what Nigerians are actually going through right now. I mean, only few of them have been able to scream out, but at the same time, they haven't reached that critical mass to really challenge and take these guys to the cleaners. So Sowore was at the remembrance, sort of, 4-year remembrance kind of meeting for Yinka Odumakin. You remember Yinka Odumakin? I think he was the secretary of the Affairs before he died. So Sowore was there, and of course, conversation had to, get on along the political situation or the political pulse of the country, the economy, and all that. So Sowore said everything came to an end. Everything has finished. The moment you allowed the most dangerous man in Nigeria to become your president for a single day, for 1 day, not to talk of for almost 2 years now, everything ended. Sowore?
Evolution, I want to thank Dr. Joe Okpebholo for keeping my brother Yinka's memory alive. I want to appreciate everybody on the high table. I also want to advise Dr. Joe Okpebholo not to accept any gift from what he leaked. His case has just been reopened by the EFCC. You don't want to be caught in that situation. You don't want to be a witness in the renewed EFCC investigation. So, about it, be careful who you bring gifts from to our sister. But having said that, I am one of the few people who know Yinka Okpebholo very privately. And the reason I do so is that he's one of my biggest reporters as a high reporter. In fact, I will reveal today, since they can't get to him anymore, but he can get to everybody, that Yinka was the person behind the story we did on Stella Odua, revealing how she bought 2 BMW cars, buying each of them for 170,000 euros. Those BMW cars were never made available at any airport in Nigeria. But that was what led to the downfall of Stella Odua. I've never revealed this because I'm not supposed to reveal my sources as a good reporter. But this my source has gone to be held. Yes. My other very interesting thing I want to say is that for everybody who is here, let's keep this circle very small, but don't ever let us abandon ourselves. One thing I noticed about this whole today is that there are friends and fair weather friends. Yinka had a lot of fair weather friends. People like Buhari is not here. He was one of the people that benefited from Yinka's intellect. In fact, if we know for Yinka, his third attempt to become president, he wouldn't have been able to make the push he made that eventually led him to become president. Another fair weather friend is Jonathan Goodluck. Yinka fought for Jonathan Goodluck to become president. Where is Jonathan today? It is those of us who have been his friends in the days of CD that are still here today. All the fair weather friends are gone. And one last thing I wanted to tell is a story about Sanusi. And you know, the last time we came here, it was Sanusi was talking. I said, this guy has talked himself into trouble. But I was not given the microphone to speak about Sanusi, and it connects Yinka. When Sanusi was removed as the central bank governor, Yinka called me and said, they are going to remove Sanusi. I went to the airport to meet Sanusi. He was removed. When we drove to this man who is now Minister of Finance, Edo's house. They brought a big bowl of rice. I said, I'm not here for rice. I came to interview Sanusi. When the lawyer showed up, it was the man who eventually became vice president, Pastor Shirado. And Yinka called me and said, I see the great job you did interviewing these guys. He said, well, wait till the future. He said, the guys you met are the most dangerous people that Nigeria will ever have to confront. And he added another name, and this is very important for everybody. Anybody who knows Yinka will tell you that. Yinka will tell you that the day Tinubu becomes Nigeria's president, he said it's the end. He said, of all the dangerous people that Nigeria had, Tinubu is the most dangerous. Yes, that is what Yinka told anybody who is here. If you are in private conversation with Yinka, Yinka will tell you that you haven't seen anything yet until Tinubu becomes president. He hoped that Tinubu will never become president. Tinubu has become president. Yinka is probably in a better place because I don't know how he would have survived under this Tinubu regime. But the truth he said has come to pass, that Tinubu is the most dangerous person. And the reason why he said it, he said of all the politicians in Nigeria, the ones that recognize and has worked with every evil person in Nigeria is Tinubu. Say he has worked with the military. Honestly. Say he has worked with the military, he has worked with drug dealers, he has worked with people who kill people, and then he himself has risen through the ranks of impunity. And I've used that